Hey everyone, I'm Josh and this is The Higher Volume, and today you're watching my top 10 of favorite horror movies of all time. Originally this was supposed to be the top 10 movies, the top 10 movies to watch during Halloween spooky season, during spoopy season, during spooky mama season. But the thing is, it slowly changed and evolved into my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. So let's get this started. Grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, preferably get me a cherry coke because I love those sons of guns, and let's get started.
The iris is the flower that will mean the end of it.
Foreign horror at its finest, Argento really drills in the conspiracy horror with beautiful camera work and colors. It's not known to mainstream audiences and probably my only real indie on here, but it has one creepy ass theme and some great storytelling. I would be lying if I didn't say that this one affected me very, very much. My favorite vampire flick in history. It's such a fun one to watch, but most importantly, The Lost Boys has some of the best costume and makeup designs for a horror film. It launched itself during the AIDS epidemic as an allegory, and you can't go wrong with a rated R Twilight. The soundtrack kicks ass, and it's perfect for a pizza and beer kind of night in October. There's nothing I can say that hasn't already been said about this film, but with all the isolation and fear that 2020 has created, nothing seems more right than The Thing, even to the point where it's the original Among Us.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
Like you cut, G. The makeup effects are awesome, and not trusting your own crew will go beyond the test of time.
I don't think so.
This one is pretty personal to me since I grew up watching this one on Fear Fest as well as playing Ash in the Evil Dead musical. But what's so amazing about this one is it essentially remakes the original with a bigger and louder budget, all while keeping the same production crew. And let's not forget the iconic chainsaw scene that sparked one of the most iconic horror characters. If I were to ever tell you I got in trouble for watching a movie, it'd be The Exorcist. This movie was banned from my house, but once I got to see it for myself in the dark, I realized how well crafted things turn out to be. Not only are the performances top notch, but The Exorcist proved that with the right kind of advertisement, you can scare the living shit out of anyone, and I mean anyone.
Now, before we go into the top 5, I want to let you guys know about my honorable mentions. There's not a lot, there's a few. Well, it was actually kind of hard to decide, but here are my honorable mentions to almost making the top 10 list. And that is 1. John Carpenter's Christine, 2. Wes Craven's Scream, and 3. Beetlejuice by Tim Burton. These are the 3 that almost made it to my top 10. They're very, very fond in my heart, and I always watch them repeatedly. That's the whole point of this list, is these are the horror films I watch repeatedly. But, you know, they barely had a chance. So, let's get on with the list.
Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins.
I know, Gremlins, really? Well, I gotta say that Gremlins is the true horror movie for children. So much so that because of its haunting reception from mothers thinking that this was a family film like it was advertised, it led way to the reason why we have PG-13 movies now. It's a staple for Halloween and Christmas, Gizmo is the spawn of cute marketing, and it's a warning of big bad consumerism. Ari Aster surprised me. In fact, Hereditary is the only horror movie to make me, an adult, walk out of the theater from being terrified. There's moments in this film that definitely will get drilled into your brain, as it did for me. Though fair warning, it's not all about jump scares in this one. What it really shines off is its score, shots, and domestic disturbance that sure as hell freaked me the hell out.
He came home.
Ah, yes, the babysitter killer. From an outside perspective, Michael Myers may seem like a boring mass killer, but from fans like myself understand the psychological complexity of what is behind the mask. Halloween was the first to actually make the slasher genre iconic, and with John Carpenter's famous score and incredible directing for a low-budget horror at the time, Halloween is overtly played during the October season in my house. It brings in not only a great movie, but one that is a forefront in the genre.
Halloween.
I'm going to be honest with you folks, I didn't see The Shining completely till fall of last year. Yeah, that's right, I got to see The Shining complete for the first time in theaters for the 4K restoration, and I fell in love. Before that point, I had only seen the film with bits and pieces from TV. But now that I've seen it 10 plus times, the shots are memorizing, it's quotable, the theories are insane, and it feels like The Shining has its own malevolent spirit.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Fire, you son of a...
You probably already rolled your eyes at my choice for number 1 in my horror list, but hear me out. Spielberg created a living masterpiece. The cast is incredible with their performances, the shark is the embodiment of blockbuster fear, the theme is incredibly powerful, and best of all, it's the perfect movie overall. It spans so many different genres, yet while actually scaring people from the water for ages. It's not only sitting in my number 1 horror movie, but as well as my favorite movie of all time. Jaws deserves the chef's kiss, and I can go on, but I'll save that for his own video. What a force of nature, and it's truly a blockbuster.
And that, guys, ends my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. Well, as long as, they keep making horror movies, because, I miss the movie theater. But I just want to let you guys know, before you go, I'm going to plug something right in, and that is my new horror novel, What's in the Woods. If you'd like to support me and my new novel, I will leave the link down below in the description for you guys to purchase. It is just $15 on Amazon, and it would really, really mean a lot if you purchase this novel. I worked really hard for it, and the synopsis is there in the link too. So thank you guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Josh from the Higher Volume, and I'll see you later.